Hi everyone, it's Jeannie again, and I am here today, and welcome you guys to my little corner of YouTube. If you're a returning person to my channel, welcome. If you are new to my channel, I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you enjoy what you see. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I have decided to participate in encouragement hop, which will be projects that are encouraging in nature. And this hop is being hosted by Courtney, Mary Polanco, and Scrapbina Creations here on YouTube. And these are three ladies that make beautiful card projects, do lots of Copic coloring and all kinds of neat things, and they got the idea to host a hop with an encouragement theme that anybody can participate in, and I've always wanted to do one, so I thought I would just jump right in. So so I hope, so again, if you're new here because of the hop, happy to have you. I am keeping it very, very simple today. I do not consider myself a card maker, and I know after watching a video of Courtney's, it didn't have to be a card project, but initially that's what I intended to do, and needed to make some cards to send out to some family members, so decided to jump in on that. But again, I don't consider myself a card maker. I actually consider myself more of a scrapbooker, and I do some mini albums and some other paper project type things. But years ago, I've been paper crafting for years, and I have this room full of supplies, and I would be like, oh my gosh, I would feel guilty when I would go and spend $3 or $4 on a Hallmark card when I had a room full of pretty paper and stamps and stickers and things. So I thought, okay, years ago when I was finishing up a scrapbook page or any other kind of a project that I was doing, I just challenged myself to say, okay, when you finish that project, before you clean everything up, you need to make at least 2 to 3 cards from the scraps and the things that you have left over. And that really got me making cards, and it also got me to spend more money because I wanted to start buying stamp sets and sentiments, but it also got me to kind of think outside the box and be using my supplies. So anyway, as my style evolved, I started making all kinds of cards and kind of standard sizes and that kind of thing. But as my card making has evolved over the years, it stayed always very simple. But I really am now to the point where I make little cards, 3x3 enclosure cards, and I really enjoy them. They're not overwhelming for me. You can use minimal supplies. They're fast and easy. They're super cute when they're done, and they're really, like I said, they're really easy to make, and they're just a little bit of real estate. So it's not overwhelming to try to think of a new idea each time. So just one little focal point, some pretty paper, and maybe some dimensional adhesive, and you're good to go. So anyway, so that's really, and my family now, you guys, my friends and family sort of expect if they're getting a card from me, it's going to be a little bitty kind of enclosure card. And so so that's what we're going to make today. And many of you, if you're back to my channel, you know that I don't really edit, so I'm hoping I can put the little encouragement hop little logo on the front of this video, and I'm hoping that I can link the next person. I'm hoping I can figure that out. But basically, so a lot of the work in the cards that I'm making today, or that I'm going to show you today, I've already done. So basically, we're just going to be putting them together today. But I want to encourage you, even if you don't have a ton of supplies, this can be easily done. I'm going to show you the things that I use, but this can be easily done with just 1 or 2 sheets of pattern paper and 1 or 2 stamps if you have stamps or stickers, and you don't even have to have anything as fancy as dies or anything like that. So anyway, so let's get started. I thought I would start out by showing you the products that I used and the different things that I used. I did use some of my wafer thin dies, in circles, and so I used that. I think just on one of the cards. I also used a punch, and so if you have punches, these can be really helpful as well. So I used this little speech bubble punch, I also, you guys, I use stickers. So if you don't have stamps, or you're not interested in purchasing stamps, you don't have to have stamps. You can use stickers and, you know, make some really cute cards. These happen to come from the Dollar Tree. So this little sheet of stickers was $1, and you know, you can get several little bitty cards. There's 12 pieces here. I mean, you could likely get, you know, 12 cards out of this little sticker sheet. So, so stickers are great. I did go ahead and use some stamps today, and I have a variety of stamps from, you know, from lots and lots of different companies. So today I used this one, just a sentiment. I used, all of mine are ocean themed today, and I used Sending You Oceans of Love out of this little Mermaid Greeting Farm stamp. And you guys, I tried to choose things that are still readily available. You can still, if you want to do exactly what I've done, these are things that you can find readily available, or something very, very close. This is a Kathy Zilski design for Simon Says stamp, and I just love her style and that kind of thing. And out of this sentiment stamp has lots of great encouraging sentiments and congratulations and things like that. And I used just one, the You Got This stamp from this set. I also used a couple of different stamp sets. Oh, here's another die that I used, and basically I used this, just the heart in this one. And this one I got very inexpensively at Tuesday Morning for just a couple of dollars. So I used that one on one of the cards. And then these two stamps, you guys, that I used, again, I did kind of an ocean theme. And these two stamps are still readily available at Joann Fabrics. So, and they go on sale. You can use a coupon. And these are the stamp and die sets. So, and for this one, I ended up using just the Just Keep Swimming sentiment on this one for encouragement. And then I also used the little whales from this set and the dies as well. So I use this whale and I use these two whales. I also cut out the heart, but I didn't end up using it on the card. But you can see this one has a really cute little thank you sentiment, and it comes with the dies. And these, I think, retail, you guys, are about $13, but again, you can use a 40% off coupon, or, you know, that kind of thing. So I rarely pay full price for supplies. I also used a VersaFine ink pad, and this is a pigment ink, Onyx Black, and I like this one because it's really, really bright, deep black. Because it's a pigment ink, it stays sticky for a while, and you guys, I love to emboss this VersaFine ink, and I use, on these cards, I have lots of different embossing powder, but I love this Martha Stewart embossing powder. This I got at Tuesday Morning. It's clear. I also used one of hers that's in white, a fine detailed white on one of the cards, but I love the way this looks over the VersaFine black ink, because it gives it a gloss. It raises it slightly, and it looks really professional and pretty, and so I enjoy that as well. So that's what I did on the cards today with both of these products. And then the paper that I used was this Bo Bunny Designs, and this one is called Escape to Paradise Collection. And this I got, you can see I got it Tuesday Morning for $2.99, and I believe I used 1, 2, 3, 4. I used like 5 sheets of this paper, of this 6x6 paper, and it's really cute paper. I can show you, just nice summery theme, travel theme. So, and I made with that, you guys, I think I made 5 or 6 cards. So we'll see as we go how many that I made. But anyway, so let's start putting the cards together. And the first one I'm going to do is this little card. And again, this is just a piece of the pattern paper that I cut down to just cut the paper in half, because this is 6x6 paper. And let me see, I might zoom in a little bit for you so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm going to stay in frame here. But I just took one of the 6x6 papers and cut it in half, and then you get 2 card bases from that. So basically I folded them, cut them at 6 inches, folded them at 3 inches, and I did use my bone folder to make the crease. And the nice thing about this particular paper for cards is that it's one-sided, so the inside is nice and clean and white. So, and you can see I've already done a lot of my stamping for this card, and I've already done the inside sentiment that says sending you oceans of love. So, so basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my art glitter glue, and I am going to put a little, I'm going to add a little layer here of coordinating paper, and this also came out of the paper set. And I'm using wet glue here, but you could use you know, double-sided tape, all kinds of things. And I am going to put this down flat onto the card. And this paper, you guys, I don't know if you can really see on this yellow paper, but it also has fish on it, and it's directional. So if you're using a paper that's directional, what I mean by that is this paper is also directional. So if I were to have it this way, the fish would be upside down. So you just want to be careful about that. And I'm just going to center this little piece of yellow right in there. And the nice thing about using wet glue is you've got a little bit of time to kind of adjust. And this does look like it's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And that is one thing, you guys, I don't worry a lot about my cards. I figure they're handmade. It's fine if they look handmade, and that's just great. And the people who get them usually just adore them and can't believe you actually made them something. So anyway, so for this one, again, in that encouragement theme, I cut out, this is where I use that heart die, and I cut out a little heart also in the coordinating paper. And this one I stamped with that Just Keep Swimming sentiment, and this one I embossed in white. And I hope you can see there the gloss and the raised nature that you get on that, or the raised, you know, but it just looks really professional. And this one, you guys, I went ahead and put some dimensional adhesive on the back, and my favorite dimensional adhesive is from Stampin' Up, and these are called Stampin' Dimensionals, and I really like these because they're not too thick. So I'm just going to peel off the backing. This is always hard to do on video. And then, again, I'm just going to center this heart right on the card. And I'm sorry with how my lighting is, I've got a few little shadows. I hope you can see that. Oh, and that's a little bit too low. So let me try this again. Bring it up a little bit, try to center it as best as possible. And there we go. So we have that on the front, and so now that heart is raised up just a little bit, gives it a little bit of dimension. And then you can, and this little mat, you guys, is pretty small because you really need to understand the Just Keep Swimming sentiment. You need to be able to see the fish just to have it make sense. So, so there's that little card, and then I had already stamped the Sending You Oceans of Love on the inside, and again, I have heat embossed that with the clear embossing powder over the black VersaFine ink. And I think that looks really nice. And I do like to finish the insides of my cards, and so I did punch out a few little hearts with a paper punch, and so I have a little yellow one, I believe I have a little pink one in here, and I just have this little dish, and that's always a good thing to have handy when you are when you're making a card, in that kind of keeps track of all your little things. So I'm going to put just a few of these little hearts on the inside of my card with the glue. Oh boy, that's a lot of glue. Let me wipe that off a little bit. I'm pretty much new to this art glitter glue. I'm liking it, but it comes out fairly quickly. So just be mindful of that if you are using it. And then I just kind of randomly put these little hearts on the inside of the card just to make it a little bit more personal. And since we've got a love theme going here, and this one I'm probably going to send to my niece, who's has a few little challenges right now, or one of these. So that's how that one came out. And again, super simple. You could round the corners here, do all kinds of different things to personalize this, or make it even a little bit more, you know, a little bit less simple, if you will. But so there's that one. I'm going to do one more, and again, this is the same paper pad. I use this blue paper, polka dot paper, again, was that I'm using as the card base. This one I just cut in half at 6 inches, and so it was 3 inches, and then folded it at 3 inches, and then I cut the matte paper down a little bit bigger so less of the border is showing, because the polka dots are cute, but it doesn't have anything to do with the theme of the card. So, and this is just a cute little wave pattern here. So again, I'm going to just glue this down, and this one I'm doing as a top fold card. So you can see I already have my sentiment on the inside saying, "You got this." All right, and then again I'm going to take the art glitter glue, and again you can use any type of glue for this, but again the wet glue is nice for helping to sort of move things around. And then I'm going to just try to center this as best as I can. It's a little bit crooked, it looks like. I think it'll be fine. Alright, so we've got that there. Make sure I keep standing up to you guys to make sure I'm in frame. And then this time I'm going to use the little Just Keep Swimming on the speech bubble and this little whale that I went ahead and stamped and embossed. And again, you guys, if you can see that gloss that it gets from that heat embossing, I just love that. I think it looks really, really good. I did do a little shadow, a bit of shadow on this with that Copic marker as well. But you guys, I am not good with my Copics. I also have, I mean, I enjoy using them, but I mean, take a look at the gals who are hosting this if you want to see some pretty coloring. But again, I'm using dimensional adhesive on these. So I'm going to go ahead and just peel off that dimensional adhesive. And like I said, I love the Stampin' Up! It comes in these bigger hexagons and then these little ones, but they're the same height, so that looks really nice. And I'm going to just add this little whale, and it's okay if if the little stamped image kind of hangs off the border. I think that actually looks pretty cute. And then I've used a different type of adhesive on this one, or different type of dimensional adhesive, and this is just Scotch. You can get this at Walgreens or, you know, Walmart. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that. So again, this one says Just Keep Swimming in the little ocean theme. And then on the inside, You Got This. And again, I'm going to go ahead and add a few of these little blue hearts, just to make it a little bit more cute on the inside, which I love to do. And just personalize it a little bit. Just takes a little bit of glue. Put that down there. And one more. Like I said, you can get as complicated as you want with these, but there's still room to write a little sentiment. So that is that one, and I think that one turned out really cute too. So anyway, let me show you some of the other ones that I made. We saw the two that we did together. I also made, I did another one that has the little Just Keep Swimming theme with the little killer whales. And and I just did the two, one talking to the other one. And again, same thing, use the speech bubble, same little layered paper and that kind of thing. And then on the inside, again, it says You Got This with a couple of the little blue hearts. So another little encouragement card. Here's another one that I made that is similar to the one that I just made for you. This one I didn't even, this one is really, really simple, you guys. I didn't even mat it. It's just the heart with the Just Keep Swimming sentiment on the fish paper. And then on the inside, again, sending you oceans of love with the 3 different colors of the card. And then how I like to mail these is I like to make envelopes, and I happen to have the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, which makes it really easy to make little 3x3 envelopes. And you guys, I just had a whole bunch. That's probably hard to see on this yellow background, but I had a whole bunch of this text weight paper that's just one-sided, and so I just every now and then I make a whole bunch of envelopes. And what I do, because if I want to mail this, then I go ahead and write my sentiment on there, put the card in. I usually close it with a cute sticker, and then you guys, I put this in just a regular size envelope, just a regular Mead security envelope, and then put it in. You can mail it with a stamp, and you know, it's fine to go through the regular mail. And so I do mail these. Of course I put them in with gifts too, but I also do mail them. And then last but not least, the last one I wanted to show you guys is one that I made with a sticker. So again, you don't even need to have stamps to make these cute little cards. This was one that I made. Again, I had some of the wave paper left over, some of the blue polka dot paper, and then I just used a white paper. And this is where I use those concentric circle dies. And this one has a really cute little stitch detail on it. And then I just took one of those stickers and stuck it right in the middle. So, and I think this would be a wonderful card for a man or a boy. So it's a little bit more masculine in my opinion, with a little boat on there. And you could use whatever sentiment you wanted on here. I left it blank because I might use this as a birthday card. It might be an encouragement card. It might be a thank you card. But I think it would be really pretty to emboss the sentiment in silver. These little stickers have a little silver edge on them, so whatever you would put in here, if you did sending oceans of love or just keep swimming, you could stamp that in here and then use silver embossing powder on the inside to bring it all together. So anyway, so that is my my take, you guys, on the encouragement hop. I want to say thank you again to Courtney, Mary, and Jen for hosting this. This has been really, really fun. And please take a look at some other people who are participating in the swap. I should have a link below for the next person in line. So if you kindly click on that, that would be great. And if you like what you see here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you would want to give me a thumbs up, that'd be great too. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.